Hey there! Let's dive into something fascinating, something that has intrigued scholars, skeptics, and dreamers alike for centuries. Ever heard of Nostradamus? If you haven't, buckle up because we're about to explore one of history's most enigmatic figures and his cryptic predictions that still spark debate today. First things first, let's get to know the man behind the mystery. Michel de Nostredame, that's his real name, was born in 1503 in Saint-Rémy de Provence, France. He wasn't just some random fortune teller, he was an educated guy. A physician by trade, he treated patients during outbreaks of plague in Europe. But it wasn't medicine that made him famous. It was his uncanny ability to see events far beyond his time. In 1555, Nostradamus published Les Prophecies, a collection of quatrains, 4-line poems that are said to predict future events. These weren't your typical horoscopes or vague guesses. They were dense poetic riddles filled with symbolism, metaphors, and references to astrology. And here's the kicker. Many people believe they've come true. So what makes these predictions so captivating? Well, let me break it down for you. Imagine reading lines like this. From the depths of the west of Europe, a young child will be born of poor people. He who by his tongue will seduce a great troop. His fame will increase in the Eastern Kingdom. Sounds pretty vague, right? That's exactly how Nostradamus wrote them, intentionally ambiguous. Why? Some say it was to avoid persecution from religious authorities who might accuse him of heresy. Others think it's because predicting the future is inherently tricky business, and being overly specific could backfire. But here's where it gets wild. Over the years, people have interpreted these quatrains as foretelling major historical events. For instance, some claim this particular verse refers to Napoleon Bonaparte's rise to power. Others point to different quatrains that supposedly predicted Adolf Hitler, the Great Fire of London, the French Revolution, and even 9/11. Pretty mind-blowing, huh? Now, before you start Googling every quatrain to match it with modern-day headlines, let's talk about the skeptics. And trust me, there are plenty of them. Critics argue that Nostradamus' writings are too open-ended to mean anything concrete. It's kind of like looking at clouds. You can see whatever you want if you squint hard enough. For example, take this line. Beasts ferocious with hunger will cross the rivers. The greater part of the battlefield will be against Easter. Some folks link Easter to Hitler, claiming it's evidence of Nostradamus foreseeing World War II. But skeptics counter that Easter is actually an old name for the Danube River, which renders the prediction meaningless when taken literally. So yeah, context matters. On the flip side, believers insist that Nostradamus tapped into something extraordinary, a cosmic vision or divine insight that allowed him to glimpse humanity's timeline. They argue that while his language may seem obscure, patterns emerge when you look at the big picture. Fast forward to today, and Nostradamus remains a pop culture icon. His name pops up whenever something catastrophic happens. Natural disasters, political upheavals, pandemics. Remember COVID-19? You betcha. Social media exploded with claims that Nostradamus had predicted the pandemic centuries ago. One often cited quatrain reads, "There will be a twin year, 2020, from which will arise a queen, Corona, who will come from the east." While it's tempting to connect the dots, it's important to approach such interpretations critically. After all, humans are wired to find meaning in chaos, and Nostradamus' work provides fertile ground for creative speculation. Movies, books, and TV shows have also capitalized on the allure of Nostradamus. From apocalyptic thrillers to conspiracy theories, his predictions continue to inspire storytellers worldwide. There's something undeniably thrilling about the idea of a lone figure peering through the veil of time. warning us of dangers yet to come. Whether you're a skeptic or a believer, Nostradamus teaches us an important lesson. The human desire to understand the unknown is timeless. His quatrains remind us that uncertainty is part of life, but so is hope. Even in the darkest moments, people cling to the possibility of guidance, however cryptic it may be. So next time you hear someone mention Nostradamus, don't dismiss it outright or accept it blindly. Instead, use it as a jumping-off point to reflect on history, human nature, and our endless quest for answers. Because whether or not he truly saw the future, his legacy challenges us to think deeply about the world around us, and perhaps prepare for whatever comes next. What do you think? Do you believe Nostradamus cracked the code of time, or was he just a masterful poet playing with words? Either way, isn't it fun to ponder the possibilities?